All right, well, let's go live now to Ottawa. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver is standing by outside. Hello, Annie. Good to see you.
Hi, Todd.
Tell us more about the events today, and I know that you have been speaking firsthand to some of those veterans, Annie.
That's right. Well, Todd, the road closures have now lifted, and that means that people are allowed to get in here. As you can see how busy it is right now around the tomb of the unknown soldier. After the ceremony is officially concluded, this is the moment where everybody who has been standing here in the cold, listening in and really remembering, gets a chance to come up to this tomb of the unknown soldier. They take their poppy off, they place it down. What you're seeing is a lot of people just taking a moment to pause, either saying a silent prayer, a memory. In some cases, they're saying hello to a loved one who's no longer here. We even got the chance, which was really special, to see Elmer Friesen, the 103-year-old Second World War veteran who we talked to during that special. There was a little path that was cleared for him as he was wheeled by his son up to this tomb. He stood up, took off his poppy, and put it down. I asked him what that moment was all about, and he said he was remembering his brother who served and who was no longer with him. Earlier, he told me that was also a moment where he wanted to remember some of his comrades in the Air Force who didn't make it back. So that gives you a bit of insight into what this moment is like and why for so many people it's the most memorable part of this ceremony. It's kind of a last moment to take a second for yourself, to remember somebody, to think about them, to issue a prayer, say hello, whatever it may be that's deeply personal. And it also at the same time is a chance to come together with everyone who's here, because while it's one individual putting down a poppy, it's a collective group of people doing that all at the same time. And again, that's part of the reason why this is a favorite sort of tribute moment and something that people really remember. And in some cases, they come to Ottawa just for this very moment. And so you can see kind of how busy it is, and this will continue for hours.
Every year, there are fewer veterans alive. I know that Veterans Affairs estimating, Annie, about 3,700 vets from the Second World War. What's being done to try and keep their memories and, of course, those stories alive?
Well, the War Museum, in conjunction with the federal government, has really tried to get firsthand stories from veterans, and the Veterans Affairs Department has done that too, trying to talk to veterans before they pass, getting their stories on camera, being able to post those for the public record. But, you know, it's when you talk to people whose families served in the First or Second World War, what they say is it's events like this, you know, either at the national level or local levels, that really allow those memories to continue, a chance for people to come and bring pictures of their loved ones, to tell their stories to people, and just to keep kind of sharing that information, to keep sharing their stories, their names, mementos about them, so that their memories can live on. But of course, that is getting harder as there are fewer veterans, as you point out, who served in the Second World War. And there are also, you know, the people whose kids are now in their 60s and 70s, whose parents served. So even that is getting harder. But really, it comes down to, when you talk to people here who have those connections, it's about just sharing their connections with their kids and their grandkids, and sharing them with people at events like this to kind of remember what the sacrifice was and what it was for.
CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver in Ottawa, the capital. Thanks so much for this, Annie. We'll talk again.